Is it really you?
Greetings, Star Trek fans! I am Poochies, and you're watching my review of Star Trek Adversaries, currently in early access via Steam. This review is unbiased and will provide an honest, true understanding of the game's sales model, mechanics, balance, roadmap, and shortcomings. I have not been paid or endorsed by Puppet Master Games, the developers of Star Trek Adversaries. With that said, let's warp on in and take a look. Star Trek Adversaries is a collectible card game, or CCG. The game boasts over 500 cards, which come from most of the Star Trek universe. And as you may have noticed already, the game has similar elements to other CCGs, particularly Hearthstone. Both CCGs share equivalent in-game purchases, equivalent energy/mana systems, equivalent missions/quests, and equivalent unit mechanics. However, that is where the similarities end. We'll begin with the most debated topic about all CCGs. Is Star Trek Adversaries pay to win? To answer that question, I must address people's definition of pay to win, which tends to differ from its true definition. Pay to win is when real money is the sole option to create an advantage over another player. The wrong perspective defines pay to win as the option to pay real money to enhance the experience of the player, or granting progress at a faster rate. That is not pay to win, that is pay to not grind. That being said, Star Trek Adversaries is not pay to win, as every player has the ability to obtain the entire card collection for free or with real money. Moving on, Star Trek Adversaries has no currency win cap, unlike Hearthstone, which caps your currency wins at 30 per day. As a bonus, each win against an opponent, depending on your rating, has a chance of providing a card pack, arena token, or even a legendary card. If you choose Quark or Arena, there is no win cap there as well. Also, instead of a fixed reward, every win earns a token, which may be redeemed to acquire Latinum, the in-game currency, card packs, or even legendary cards, which will rotate every week. When opening card packs, rare, epic, and legendary tokens may be drawn, which allows the player to select a card they want, instead of opening endless packs and hoping to get the card they desire. Now let's take a look at the mechanics of the game. Where Star Trek Adversaries mainly differs is its auxiliary system. The developers took a great feature out of Star Crusade, another CCG, and flipped it upside down. Whenever a player ends their turn or takes damage, they'll gain auxiliary, which is used for a player's special and ultimate abilities. Currently, there are 24 playable starships or classes with 48 unique specials and ultimates, ranging from dealing damage to ships, creating shields, warping in ships, and many more. By using a starship's special or ultimate, core cards will be drawn that grant the player special events or ships unique to each starship. Crew slots is another mechanic in Star Trek Adversaries. Ships have empty commander or engineering slots where you may have a crew card enter, providing an effect to that ship or others. One last unique mechanic I must mention is retreat. Selecting a friendly ship on the board and ordering a retreat will grant a refund of its cost back to the player, and depending on the card, may grant special effects. Now let's discuss balance. As I've said before, Star Trek Adversaries is in early access, and as this review ages, many cards and their functions will inevitably change. That being said, I can only review balance at this game's current state. And currently, well, this game is pretty balanced. During alpha, players were provided with every card in the game, and I took the liberty of testing all the starships available. Though some starships are slower than others, I was able to win with each one. Where I consider healing ships as irrelevant, other players may favor that special or ultimate ability. Starship selection comes down to a player's playstyle. Now to the game's roadmap. The developers are very open about the game's roadmap. Expect card evolution, which will enhance only single-player card functions, a single-player campaign, mobile launch, and in-game tournaments in future patches. Unlike other game developers, Puppet Master Games have been proven trustworthy, squashing bugs and patching the game nearly every day since Steam launch. They're highly active, so expect some of these features sometime later this year. Now to the game's shortcomings. Being in early access, you may experience some bugs. What the? Okay, maybe a lot of bugs, but as I've said a moment ago, these bugs are being squashed daily with patches from the developers. Also, the grind is real. If you're a free-to-play player like myself, expect to complete your collection, well, not anytime soon. There is a large collection of legendary cards, and they're quite expensive to replicate. But I can't blame the developers for that, as they need to make a profit and feed their families. Well, that about wraps it up. I hope you found this review helpful and enlightening. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and maybe, just maybe, I'll see you on the other side. In Star Trek Adversaries. Witcha!